Hey guys, been a long time no see, hasn't it? So, I'm just gonna jump straight into it. I know it's been a long time, but I don't want to cut time here. So, lately I've been thinking about you guys a lot and what kind of video we should make next. I'm not joined by my mother today. She's still at work currently, but to any event, I just want to I've had something on my heart that I've been really wanting to talk about for a long time. And we've touched upon it before here on our channel, but I really do want to talk about, especially given the recent events, about this whole race issue here in America. And how the media groups like Antifa, Black Lives Matter, the George Soros funded groups, as well as the alt-right and the white, the real, bigots out there, the real white supremacists out there, how both sides are trying to get this race war going, how they're trying to get this whole civil war going on over this ridiculous issue. And I just want to talk to you guys about how any of you guys who are buying into any of these arguments, especially the Black Lives Matter argument, I feel like is much more convincing, especially to the young people these days. I was bought into it too at one point. But I just want to tell you guys how this not only is hurting our country, but for mixed families and mixed people such as myself, it's really hurting us the most. So you have these two sides that are trying to vet at each other, saying, "Oh, this side is bad, and we gotta." Okay, any side that promotes that they're racially superior, that says we're better because we're born like this, this, and this, and we have to face this, this, and this, and y'all don't understand how we feel, so we want you guys to do this and that, and to make it better for us, and we want to get rid of you guys because you guys suck, or we're gonna make you guys do this for us, as like conditional kind of thinking. Ooh. And it's so petty. It's so ridiculous. It's all about revenge, really. And I really want to talk to my black people today, because even within our own race, there's so much shit going on with people. We call each other coon. We have the most hatred within our own race. I mean, speaking on behalf, to my black side here, I've been called so many derogatory things that I've never been told or referred to by any other group, not even white people, not even bigoted white people. I've traveled around the country. I've met some nasty people. I've never met anyone who would call me coon or call me a traitor or anything like that because I was black. I mean, we do have a extremely PC culture, but I've only been told those sort of things from other black people, and I've seen some hateful things online, like where people say that, and I get this from both sides, they're like, oh, mixed people are going to be the fault of society because they're confused about their identity. That was like one, I think that person was more confused than anyone that they were accusing. And let me tell you, if we really want to get rid of this whole racial issue, we need to stop calling out each other because of our race. Okay? There's stupid white people. There's stupid black people. There's stupid Asian people. There's stupid Hispanic people. There's stupid people all around us. Okay? There are stupid everyone. You can find it all around. And when I say stupid, I mean bigoted, prejudiced, not willing to open their mind or not willing to see another human being for who they are, and for and also like just being a hateful kind of person altogether. I don't want to say hateful because I feel like that the words hate and love are being thrown around so much. I feel like we need something like a better term, because those are words also being so incredibly used by the progressive movements that say we are not about hate, we only promote love, but in reality they're the ones burning down cities, Antifa, and doing all kinds of crazy stuff like that. So when I say like hateful people, I mean people who are they're so selfish, they're evil. They're evil people. They don't see outside of their own needs and don't go into the hearts of their brothers and sisters around them. They don't see the need to care for those outside of their chosen groups, okay? And that's what I mean when I say hateful people. I mean evil, selfish people that don't give a shit. And we need to stop focusing on people for what group they belong to and start focusing on people for what they do, for how honest they are to their word, for how they treat themselves. You know, we need to start looking at people for the people they are and not for the demographic they fill. I mean, I'm pretty sure Martin Luther King is like being a rotisserie, flipping in his grave because of the way the black community is behaving. I'm particularly bashing on the black community because they are stubborn about their acknowledgement. Well, they're stubborn about not recognizing how hateful a large part of that community is. There's some beautiful, wonderful black people that I know and I do truly love close to my heart. And there are some really mean ones too. And some people that don't even realize that they're mean. And I'm not saying that I hate any, you know, I don't want to say that I prefer one person over the other. I mean, listen, if you came to my house for dinner, you're going to see white, black, Asian, no Hispanics yet, because there's no Hispanics in my family, but all our friends are all kinds of different colors. Our church is all kinds of different people. And I'm not ashamed of that. I'm not ashamed of the kind of people that I bring into my life, from where they come from, like their kind of background. I don't care. And I don't think that we should care so much about what we think about that. We need to start, like, just addressing the black community. We need to stop being so shallow in how we see people. And sure, there are some times where white people are pretty stupid. And I'm sorry, guys. I mean, the thing is that white people are so browbeat that they are privileged and that they're racist simply for being white, which isn't true, by the way. But they're so cattle roped by the progressive liberal agenda that a lot of people are aware, okay, yeah, my people in history, we have not been good people. And I'm willing to change that. And a lot of white people are. And a lot of white people are really great, wonderful, beautiful people too that I also hold close to my heart. And we have to stop seeing each other as black, white, blah, blah, blah. Martin Luther King promoted us to stop seeing each other, not seeing us for the content of ours, not seeing us for the color of our skin, but for the content of our characters. Wasn't that like his whole freaking I have a dream speech? Why aren't we, I mean, where does Black Lives Matter fit in regards to that? Literally, the people who promote and are happy to be activists for Black Lives Matter are literally the same kind of people that assassinated Martin Luther King. Because you guys don't want to see this vision of unity and peace in a world that we actually get along and that we are actually open and honest to each other, and that we'll help our fellow man no matter what. We'll even help our enemy. Jesus said there's no greater love than the love of someone who... Jesus said that no greater love is than the love of your enemy. We've totally abandoned basic... Okay, not everyone has abandoned it. The majority of people who buy into supremacy have completely forgotten the good Christian values, the basic human values of what it means to just be human, to help each other. Like, that's one reason why we survived. There was a lot of killing and slavery in history. Granted, that did help people survive. But if it weren't for people helping each other, there wouldn't be many people surviving either. And we're not progressing if we're gonna resort to forcing white women to abort their babies because they're white, or forcing white people to pay reparations or will out their properties to underprivileged black or brown families, as quoted by a young woman who's a leader of Black Lives Matter, I believe. I forget what state, but Milo Yiannopoulos did a article about that. 10 requests that white people should do for brown and black people. My point here is, guys, is that we need to stop with all this stupid, and the media is pushing it so hard. And the thing is that it gets us all emotional, gets us all riled up to see the kind of things that, like, what happened in Charlottesville, you know, and people tearing down statues, and what happened in Charlottesville? Shit. Well, yeah, that was a white supremacist. Sorry, there's just so many current events, you guys. You know, it's hard to keep track. Bear with me. But yeah, there's just so much crap going on. And I know that the decent, regular Americans really don't give two shits about, you know, what kind of person they encounter. If they encounter a Hispanic person on the street, they're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I gotta get away because they're gonna steal my car, or blah blah blah. Or, like, no one really looks at a white person and be like, oh my gosh, they're gonna call the cops on me because I'm a minority, and then the white cops are gonna come and attack me. No one really thinks like that. Come on. And we gotta stop feeding and giving attention to this narrative that that's how that's how we behave. It's not true, and we need to stop telling our kids that that's how the other side behaves, because you know what? It's not. And children don't really see each other for, you know, what color other people are. You gotta teach them to look at people that way. Or you gotta give them a traumatic experience where they're taught that. At any rate, children are only exposed to that children only learn that if they're exposed to it. We gotta stop freaking ruining our children. I'm gonna talk about that more in another video. But this hurts us normal people. This hurts mixed families and mixed people, because you start saying, I mean, in reality, I'm more of a minority than black or white people or transgender people, blah, blah, blah. I'm more of a minority, and I'm black and white, and I'm not ashamed of my identity, and I come from a strong family of both parents being in the house. And if a race war were to begin, what's gonna happen to me? Because I have the characteristics of a black person, they're gonna take me and make me probably, like, you know, fight my dad who's white, or fight my sister who is a fair complexion, or my nephew who's also fairly complected, or anything like that. And we're gonna fall right back into segregationist America. We're already on our way, to be honest, where Harvard is already practicing segregation, and the reason why they have such a huge fucking graduating classes of black lawyers and things like that is because they're rejecting white students of an education because they want to make themselves look good. I mean, give me a break. How manipulative is that? Where's the equality in that? There isn't. And it's stupid. You guys need to wake up, and for you guys who know fellow people that are buying into this whole race stuff, tell them you're being stupid. You're stupid for believing in this. Because you're failing to recognize the individuals around you. Sure, like, I've known clan members, or I've known of clan members that I grew up around. And you know what I did? I avoided them. Whoa, what a concept. I know the white supremacist lives on this street. I'm not gonna drive down that street. Holy crap, what a marvelous idea. I mean, really, we gotta be vigilant. We gotta use our brains. We gotta stop reacting from all the stupid crap that we see on the media, from all the ridiculous things that manipulative, powerful people like George Soros are trying to get us against each other because they want to be famous. Because if there are a race war to break out, guess who's going to profit from it? It's going to be the 1%, the George Soroses, the Bilderbergs, the Rothschilds, all those kind of upper echelon people are the ones who's going to be getting money off of it, while we're out there dying for something so freaking stupid. Yeah. You guys we need to start speaking up against this. We got to resist this whole narrative. If you want to end racism, I'm not saying that you need to marry somebody outside your race, but let me tell you, you got to stop hating white people for how privileged they are. There's impoverished white people too. Stop hating black people for being black. They just want to work hard and have a good family like you do, most of them. And if they don't want to have that, they're probably just wrapped up in whatever they're doing. But, you know, black people, you need to stop listening to these damn Democrats and all these damn fake news resources that are trying to feed you poison to get this race war started. Are you really willing to die for your own stupid beliefs? I ain't willing to die for your stupid beliefs, and I'm not willing to kill part of my family because they think that I'm black. I'm not black. I'm black and white. I'm mixed. I'm biracial, and I'm not willing to hurt anyone because of that. If someone were trying to kill my family, then I'd be willing to, do some harm. But how into this are you really? If you're willing to kill another person simply because of their race, are you willing to die to let someone try to kill you? I mean, what the hell? What are you guys thinking? So I just want to make this video because I've been this has been really on my mind lately. And, yeah, it's been on my mind. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. If we want to end racism, we got to stop buying into this huge idea of they, them, me versus them, and start seeing each other as damn people. If you don't like somebody, that's okay. It's okay to not like somebody. I'm not saying that we should all get along and sing Kumbaya and live in a trailer park together. I'm not saying that, that we have to share houses with people that we don't like. I'm not saying that. You're free to dislike people, but I'm just saying if you don't like somebody, then don't try to kill their family. What the freak is that? You gotta go deeper. You gotta get to know someone, and it takes time, and it takes patience and maturity. And I'm calling upon the people who are white supremacists, who are black supremacists, because that's what you are. I'm sorry. The white supremacists, wake up, or just keep to yourself. No one wants to hear you. If you're a black supremacist, open your fucking mind. Okay? There's a lot of white people. You should get to know someone, okay? And not know browbeat, I'm carrying my white guilt because I'm such a terrible person because I know someone who owned slaves back in the 1800s. So what? Move on. Let that shit go. And let go of it. Let go of it. Just let go of all that. What's that doing? What good is that doing you? To be so evil like that, to be so hateful like that, to be so selfish. Where is that really getting you? You could be maybe getting a better job or getting a better position in your job. I don't know. I'm just saying. Y'all need to start thinking out the box for once. Okay? Because there are narratives going on in this country that takes us little people and takes this teeny little box and tries to shove our fat selves into it until we can't breathe and there's no more room in that box and we're stuck in there. Don't be stuck in the box. Don't listen to the box. Don't listen when they try to tell you the box is safe, the box is happy, and the box is gonna do you good. Screw that. And stop messing up our kids. Okay? Teach your kids to see each other not for who they look like on the outside. Okay? And get to know kids. They're mean kids. Don't be around the mean kids. Don't be like the mean kids. Okay? And stand up for yourself. Have some guts. So I just want to tell y'all that. And yeah, there is a agenda behind this. Don't fall for it. Okay? You're gonna hurt yourself. You're gonna hurt yourselves. You're gonna hurt people you don't know. You're gonna hurt everyone. Okay? Everyone is gonna hurt if we fall into this narrative. There's really not that much racism, to be honest. In my experience, I traveled around at least close to 50% of the country 3 years ago. I was a volunteer, and I traveled around the country. I talked to, just people on the street, hundreds of people every single day. Not one person, gave me a nasty remark for my race. Not one person. Get out of your racist neighborhoods and start meeting people for who they really are. Alright? I love you guys. Sorry it's been a while, but you're gonna see us more. There's been some big life changes here for us, and we're trying to keep up with it. So I pray that you guys can be safe. Pray for the safety of our country. Pray for the safety of our president. He is one man against the world, pretty much. Pray for the safety of our president, for our country, and for your fellow brothers and sisters, whether if you know them or not, whether if you like them or not. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time. And this has been Christina on the Dynamic Mother-Daughter Duo. Okay? Bye-bye.